It's Saturday. Wait, no, it's Tuesday night.
And we're still stuck in Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
Darn.
It would be fun if we were in New York.
It would. It would.
Would it? That
would
seems
for me.
stressful.
It would. Like, the weekend I spent in New York was delightful.
You would like New York the way that I like New York.
Mm-hmm.
New York's a great place to visit for a long weekend.
And
Yeah.
you go home.
Go home.
Yeah, honestly, I was there for 3 days, and I was like, oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to live there, but man, I do love. I mean, I enjoy going to New York. I would not.
I would love to see Broadway shows. I would really love that.
I enjoyed walking by them.
It's so expensive.
Well, maybe Jacqueline and I will kidnap you one day and take you on the train and to a show.
Maybe you will.
Yeah.
I won't say no.
I mean, if she can kidnap dogs, I can kidnap a Tess.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I'm thinking like goats.
Goats.
Kidnap.
Oh my God.
It took a second.
It is.
You got it.
Everything takes a second for me. There's a lot of walls it has to go through.
I have a Lena. She's a goat.
She is a goat. Fine.
Hey everyone, welcome to our conversation. We appreciate you joining.
All right, we're doing a show. I forgot.
Yeah.
We were too busy talking about.
This is what happens pre-show.
Yeah.
And we just carried it on into.
It's true. It's true.
Into this show.
Yep.
Is people watching?
There's 4 people watching,
Wow.
but nobody has
Really?
commented.
I'm so sorry.
We tried.
Well, we started off with a bang, so if someone's like, "Oh, maybe I'll watch this," they'll open it up and be like, "What?"
Wait, what? Yeah.
And maybe they'll watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
We opened it with a bang.
Yeah.
I would say so.
It happens.
Oh, okay.
Welcome everyone. We're glad you could join us again tonight. I'm glad you could join us. Again.
I'm indifferent.
She is.
I'm Christopher Walken.
Wagon.
With us tonight.
I
Big
mean,
house.
I mean, I gave Tess a gift today, and she went, "That's all you got me."
I was like, Tess, we got you something. She was like, what is it?
Like,
It was really funny.
we bothered with this paltry thing that you've given me.
He was like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
Thanks,
and then I cried
guys.
about it.
Sure. All right.
Yeah, well,
People want
you
to
get
write
what
up
you
with
get.
gifts. I need gifts.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm.
You know why I don't like gifts?
Why? Because of people like me?
No, absolutely not. It's because for some reason people have given me gifts in the past, and because I didn't do like cartwheels and confetti fly out, they felt really
They
disappointed.
did. They do.
And I'm like, I said thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure.
Oh, thank you for this thing. And they're like,
Yeah. Like I didn't know I was supposed to do.
Like a whole thing.
yeah,
Or they
sorry,
expect
yeah.
something in return.
you're
And I'm
supposed
like,
to fall to your knees and cry.
and I would have done that.
Yeah, I'm not
I
very
have
good
the
at that.
capabilities.
Like, I haven't seen you fall to your knees, but I have seen
You
you
have seen me cry quite a lot.
A lot.
So.
She goes to the back when it's the knees thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't want people to see me.
I will say there have been days she's like, I'll be right back. And we're like,
It's
20 minutes
true.
later, she's like, okay, I'm back. And I'm like, you okay?
I'm like,
She's
yes,
I'm fine.
it's fine.
All is well now.
So
It's
why,
true.
Why do you make Tess cry?
It's fun.
It is.
I can't even
I mean-
argue that.
I mean,
Yeah.
oh,
Uh-oh.
apparently the sound is really bad.
Al
So-
Gore's rhythm is bad.
We're using Philip's phone for this live stream,
Sorry.
so I don't
Can you turn the
know.
volume up on my phone?
Is it that they can't hear us, or that they can hear us too much?
They're muffled.
Muffled.
How does one fix that?
I don't know. Like I said, the only thing I could think of is the volume was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
I have
that
failed.
we're-
I have failed this entire night. I literally walked out of my house, and the bag with the laptop and all that sitting there, and I was rushing, and I forgot.
I'm very sorry that we are quiet. But we can be louder.
No, they can hear me. Fine.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
I'm really loud. I'm gonna move it closer to you guys.
So I wonder if it's weird. We will try to be a little louder.
We'll do our best.
It's my own fault. I project too much.
Oh,
Project! Use your diaphragm!
we're not skilled actresses like you.
Okay, I'll be quiet so they can hear you guys.
I don't think
Okay,
that's
cool.
All right, so let us know if you can hear. We're going to talk about books tonight. We're going to talk about pre-fall festival, whatever you called it.
The prelude
Sure.
to Fall Festival.
Sure.
It was
The,
prelude.
the zero issue.
Yeah.
Or the -1. Fall festival -1.
Yep.
And fall festival.
Yep.
That's what's coming up. Right? That takes us through the end of the month.
Be prepared.
Still can't hear?
That does take us to the end of the month. That is correct.
They still can't hear? But
No,
can hear
they
you?
say it sounds like you're in a tunnel.
Like the Lincoln Tunnel?
Well,
I don't
Are we in
know.
the New York Tunnel? Oh my God.
That is so weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, I mean, we've done full shows with this phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
So
used
why is it
this
not
phone
working
many
now?
Not
times in
working
the
now.
past.
Yeah.
I guess we gotta talk really loud.
Think it's my case?
It can't be. This
Oh.
doesn't block things.
I didn't think so. But they can hear you.
They can hear me. Maybe because I have the front thing as well.
Shouldn't matter.
Ah.
It's back here.
Yeah, they're like, Tess is perfectly clear. What I'm gonna do,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna flip it around
Oh my God. It's us.
and see if that helps.
Okay.
Does this help?
We're crooked now, though.
Or do you see just Tess's midsection?
I mean,
Can you hear us now? Is this better? Let us know.
yes, that's better.
Okay.
Phoebe says
That's weird.
yes.
We've
see
never
if you-
had that problem before.
I can't read her name, but I'd recognize her profile.
It must
Picture.
be like right here.
It must be something weird. Sorry. Now they just won't be able to hear Tess.
Apologies.
That's okay. If you ever want to know what Tess is saying, she's probably berating me about something.
She does like to yell at Philip.
She does yell at me a lot.
She makes him cry all the time.
She
It's
does,
true.
right?
It's
He's
true.
like, oh.
The only person who cries more than I do.
We all have to do something. And see, now it's weird because we're on the right side of the screen again.
Yeah. It's the opposite of the opposite that
The
we've been
opposite.
for the opposite.
You're really going into Christopher Walken today.
This is Christopher. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
All right. Anyway, so 8 minutes in, we finally got the video and audio correct. So that's good. So anyway, comics,
Yep.
Fall Festival,
there are
zero
comics.
issue, and Fall Festival. That's what we're going to talk about.
All right.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Here we go.
And I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying I would pay attention to our social media on Thursday at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Thursday at 3 o'clock?
I would say pay attention. Sorry, not just ours, not just RCX Media, but you should also pay attention to Richmond Comics social media at 3 o'clock on Thursday.
Yes.
I don't know what's happening at 3 o'clock on Thursday. There was some filming that went on here with some random people. I don't really know what's happening. I was taking a nap, so
Yeah,
I don't
back.
really know what was happening.
Well, we got you snoring. So
Oh,
it's
good.
fine. Yeah.
Good. Perfect.
Soundtrack,
Perfect.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell all your friends.
Yes. To watch the space.
It should be entertaining.
I would say
I'm entertained.
our social media Thursday at 3 p.m. is maybe the most important thing we've done in at least 2 weeks. Just
I
throwing
know.
it out there. Just throwing it out there.
It's kind of crazy, actually.
It's like,
It's probably fair.
yeah.
That's probably fair. It is.
It's true. September's a big month.
Yeah.
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 So yes.
Yes.
And then be back here next Tuesday to join us after Thursday at 3 p.m.
I'm so excited for next Tuesday.
Oh my.
Where we can talk about things and
Yes.
stuff.
There will be questions and comments and concerns.
There could be. Yes.
There could be.
Yes, there could be.
There may not be.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Maybe we should stop talking about
Yeah, maybe people will be like, you know what? We don't care.
it. Yeah.
you know what? That's fair.
People will be like, oh, eh.
I'll be honest. By the time Thursday at 3 o'clock comes around, I won't care.
It's true.
Oh God, that hurt.
All right, first, we're going to talk about the moon is following us. Number
The
one.
moon.
I got to remember that the camera is way different. So
Yeah.
I can't do this.
You
Yeah, I
can
could.
if you
I could.
want.
Yeah, here we go. Right. Number one from Image Comics is Daniel Warren Johnson.
I was not expecting how this book hit me because it's
Just like that.
yeah, exactly like that. So like it starts off as a very like sci-fi fantasy kind of book, and it's like it's a husband and wife and they're clearly trying to save their daughter, and it's like, oh, it's a whole thing. And then the wife gets like blowed. And then it turns out they're trying to save their daughter who's in a coma. And this is all like in their head. This isn't like they're not in a crazy like landscape where they got to fight monsters. They're in some sort of like virtual reality world. And their daughter is in a coma. And I was not expecting it to hurt the way it hurt at the end of it. It's very, very good. God, it's so good. Anyway.
How good is it?
It's at least like a 73 out of 5 stars. It's so good. It's so good. Daniel Warren Johnson really knows how to like punch you right in the feelings.
Well, I mean, he is writing Transformers.
God, he's so
So he could punch.
He's so good at it. And he's not like this isn't him drawing it, which I am like my introduction to him was his art. So I was like, yes, I love this art. No, it's just him writing, and it is a gut punch. God, it's so good. Cool. Speaking of gut punches. Yeah,
Next
gut
up
punches.
is the Tin Can Society, number one from Image Comics. And this is done by Peter Warren, is the writer.
The
And
first page of this.
Francisco Mobley?
The first
Sorry.
page is like, oh,
Wait, what?
the main character's been murdered. What? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah, this is the same kind of like, I would really like you to stop punching me in the gut while I read this. But it's about a young man who has a birth defect. His parents abandoned him as an infant. He was adopted by Christian Scientists, which he's like, they don't really believe in science. But he is basically a genius and becomes a superhero. And he, like, the first panel of the first page is him being murdered.
Yeah, it's the very first page.
And his friends from high school are trying to find out what happened. And one of them is like, I think one of us did it. It's
Probably that kid.
it's
who
a
brought it up.
it's a brilliant murder mystery that is going to make me so sad. But the first issue is so good, I have to read the rest.
So when you open up the first page, we open up the cover, right? I'm not going to show you.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's
Oh,
basically
God, it's so rough.
the guy is murdered. He's laid out, crime scene and everything.
Yeah.
But behind the front cover is all the indicia and stuff. And it basically says, content warning. This book contains graphic depiction of violence and bodily harm, including some experienced by disabled and BIPOC characters. Well, that's great and all, but you put that on the same page
As the murder.
as everything that you're given a warning on. So it's a little late by that point, right? Like it's kind of like watching someone get hit by a car and then go, oh, there's a car.
I will say, as a person who read this book and was deeply affected by it, I did not see that.
Well, why would you? Like, you can't get past this, but like I'm a slow reader, but I actually read when I read a comic, I literally read every page. It drives people insane because I even look at like the ads and stuff
This
because
one
you
is
never
brutal.
know. But like that just discussions of racism, ableism, and hate are prevalent throughout the story. Like, yeah, it's on the first, literally the first.
There's
page.
a lot of isms in this book.
Like they
A lot.
should have put a cover. Like they should have put something in
Yeah,
between. Like it should that should have been the first page, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that.
that's rough.
They should have put that as the front. For that's weird. Like I get the content warning.
Yeah, me too.
But-
yeah, I did not know there was a content warning.
Yeah, we gotta get
until
better,
just now
kids.
when he told me about it.
We got to get better.
I missed it.
Fine, we're gonna make you feel a little bit better.
This is gonna make you feel a lot better.
Dazzler #1. It's Dazzler. It can't be serious.
Sabrina Swift.
It's literally.
Yeah, it's Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter as a character. Whew.
It's delightful.
I want Sabrina Carpenter to be Dazzler in the future MCU.
Please.
She's perfect. Perfect.
It's true.
The only difference between her and Dazzler is she's 5'0" and Dazzler's like 5'10". Like that's literally the only difference.
Dazzler. She's
Yeah.
bedazzled.
God,
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
pretty
good. It's basically like this is one of those mutant books that Marvel does where they're like, the thinly veiled like racism sheen that we put on mutants isn't going to be so thinly veiled in this.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be very blatant.
Well, that's kind of how the Kitty Pryde
Yeah.
X-Men book.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever. I can't remember.
They,
it's some adjective
This
X-Men book.
this new
Exceptional.
era,
Thank you.
this new era of
Exceptional
X-Men,
X-Men.
they're just like, you know what? We understand that the X-Men are basically a metaphor for racism and sexism and homophobia, and we're gonna lean into it. We're just gonna blatantly lean into it. And Dazzler #1 is one of those books where like they do heavily lean into it. And she's got like her whole crew, which are all mutants. And then she's got like her handler who is like, look, you need to be less mutant in your set so that we don't upset people. And I'm just like, oh my God. I feel like this is what Childish Gambino goes through. Like where they tell him, don't be so black. Like, I feel like this is very relevant in today's pop culture, like pop stars. Like, don't be who you are. Be a version of who you are.
The socially acceptable version.
Yes. Yeah. And and that's not new.
No.
Absolutely not new. That is a thing that has gone on forever. Since the dawn of PR people, like, honestly. But this is a book that I was not anticipating caring about at all.
Yeah.
Like X-Men and Uncanny X-Men I've really liked. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Exceptional.
So, yeah, and Exceptional was really good because it was a Kitty Pryde book. And I was not planning to read Dazzler.
Well, I plan on reading the first issue, so we'll see how it goes.
But
Still haven't read it.
how much I enjoyed the rest of the X books post the Krakoa era, I was like, you know what? I'll read the first one. I'll see what's going on. I did not expect to like it as much as I did.
And my most exciting news is Magic is getting a solo series
Ooh, that's
in
super
January.
exciting.
Yeah.
I was pretty excited.
Hey.
Anime swords for everybody.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I'm so excited for that. J. Scott Campbell's doing the cover for the first issue.
Yeah.
I am pretty excited for So I'm like, I'm gonna get another stupid X-Men book
Yeah, you are.
because Magic. I'll get a Magic book
Yep.
because I have the original. I have a lot of Magic comics.
She is pretty
I love
cool.
it.
She's pretty cool.
I don't know about cool.
She's
Yeah, a
pretty
little
cool. She's pretty cool.
All right, so
She got an
next,
anime sword,
it's a big sword. Next is a video game comic.
which I expected to hate.
Multiverses, #1. It's all the Warner Brother characters somewhere, somehow, all coming together.
And
They're here.
I expected them all to come together in this first issue, but they don't.
No, it's
This first issue is about the Trinity. It's Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. And they're like, wait, what is happening? I'm having these dreams, and they don't make any sense. And, like, it was insane. And,
I really like the art. The art is actually kind of
the art's great.
the art for what this book is actually really, to me, is really well done.
And I'll be honest, the main reason I read this is because I love Steven Universe. And
He's on the cover.
he's on the cover. He's not in the first issue, but each of the Trinity are like having dreams, and one of them is a star child, and one of them's a bunny, and they haven't gotten to the star child yet, but at the end of this, we get the bunny.
Right.
He's on the cover. It's Bugs.
It's Bugs.
It's Bugs Bunny. And my favorite line of this whole thing is Wonder Woman going, that carrot can't be to scale. The carrot cannot be to scale. And Bugs is like, yeah, what's up, Doc? Yeah, it's so good. This
Anyway.
feels like a silly version of Injustice. It's based on a fighting game.
Yep.
And the main character is Mr. Miracle and Big Barda's daughter, who's playing this game. And they show up at her door and they're like, your parents home? And she's like, no. It's just nonsense. It's so much fun. Anyway, I love books like this. They're just kind of silly.
Yeah, it should be really good.
Yeah, it's so far the first issue is fantastic. I cannot wait for Steven Universe to interact with Superman. I cannot wait.
And then the because last year when it came out, it was pretty silly. But they're doing Batman Santa Claus Volume 2.
yes,
So, which
and
all
also
of that stuff was
the
really good.
trade for that also was on FOC recently, and we did order some. I'm very excited for Batman Santa Claus by Dan Mora.
Yeah, me too. The first one was just really good, and I think they're doing it's going to be like once a week, kind of like the second volume would be just like that too.
Cool.
So that I was looking forward to that. Next up is Tommy's pick of the week,
It's my pick of the week.
which is Wonder Woman 13, which is a Absolute Power tie-in.
I did not expect to care about the Absolute Power tie-in, but at the end of the last issue, they broke into the prison and they rescued Steve Trevor. And this whole issue is Diana and Steve Trevor making out while Damian is like, bah, bah. It's so good. It's so much fun. It's such nonsense. Damian is so mad that they are kissing each other. The whole issue. That's basically the whole issue. It's ridiculous.
Is there a Trinity backup story? Yeah.
There is a Trinity
Yeah,
backup.
Trinity backup
And it's
story.
super fun, but it's not as fun as Damian retching at Diana and Steve Trevor kissing.
Because it
I
looks
love
like
him so much.
it looks
Oh
like
my
the
god.
it looks like the Trinity backstory is actually kind of tied to the main story.
It is. Yes.
So,
yes, that is
it's-
correct. It is. And I'll be honest, like, we were talking about this earlier today or maybe yesterday, and I was like, I can't wait to read Wonder Woman because of the Trinity backup. I don't care about the main story. And then they made me care about the main story.
Yeah, I think my problem with this is I actually like the Absolute Power main miniseries. But I think my problem is I like what Tom King was doing with Wonder Woman, and then this kind of interrupted. that,
did.
and I
It
think
did.
that was
100%.
kind of-
Yes.
It kind of threw me out because issue 10 of Wonder Woman was such a powerful issue, and then we went
Boy,
into
was it.
this.
Yeah,
Right? Like we went
yeah.
into this, and it's like, well, this is just a letdown for me because I want. Luckily, they didn't do that with Nightwing.
And I will say the Absolute Power issues of Wonder Woman have not been on the same level as the other Tom King issues. But he did also say that he's in this for 100 issues or more.
Yeah, he said he
And
wants to do it
and
as
we're
long
in
as.
issue 13.
Yeah, he said he wants to do it for as long as
Yeah.
as he can. So
Yeah.
we will we will see how that goes. I did see where the final issue of Nightwing got completed
Yeah.
today or yesterday.
And
So it's off to the printer.
I'm a little bit of a sucker.
Sucker.
When a kid is like, "Oh my God, kissing is gross," blah.
Sucker.
Like, I just really enjoy it. I think it's funny, especially when it's Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor. And Batman's assassin son is like, "Oh God, kissing is gross." Like, it's super fun. It's just ridiculous, and I love it. Ugh.
So my pick of the week is actually an all ages book, which is Rocket and Groot Tales of Terror.
I am Groot.
So this is the second or third graphics book for Rocket and Groot.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Groot.
There's so many Spider Hams and so many of these. This might be like 4 or 5. I have a whole bunch of these, and these are just a lot of fun, a lot of puns.
I am Groot.
Yeah, and just silly adventures with Rocket and Groot. Like, there's no way to really describe it because it's just, once again, it's just a silly adventure of them going through everything and, you know, being scared. It's an all ages book, but it's a lot of fun. So you got all the ships. Just
I am
them,
Groot.
yeah, that's pretty much. There's shenanigans they get into. Rocket wanting to blow up stuff.
Be careful. If someone will shenan, they will shenan again.
Yeah, they will.
Beware.
That's what Tess says.
That's what I say every day.
That's what she tells me all the time as she
All the
throws
time.
stuff at me.
As I
Sir, you have shenaned enough. If you continue to shenan, we will have a problem.
All right, so what else is coming out this week?
Oh God.
Oh, we got
Oh,
the.
I got a stack here of
yeah.
stuff I haven't read yet.
Yeah, well, this is what I
Oh
wanted.
my God. Yeah.
This is so R.L. Stine has got a new book coming out called The Graveyard Club, and it is not a.
It's basically a graphic novel.
Yeah, it's literally
huge.
Yeah, it's the same as it's a $10 graphic novel is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's not part of the Goosebumps or anything else. This is just a part of the stuff that he always does. And he's done 2 or 3 of these too, I think, for Boom, and they've
Yeah.
always been really good.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. I mean, I always say fun just because it's like got a horror context to it, but
Spoopy.
it is. Yeah,
it's
just
spoopy fun.
it's just kind of fun for what R.L. Stine does and what he puts through there. I think this one has to do with high school.
I saw some blood.
Yeah. Scorpions, things like that. This will be a lot of fun.
Ooh, scorpions.
Fun. Let's see here. What else was there?
Oh, there's a lot of good stuff this week.
Yeah, X-Men 4 comes out this week.
With Juggernaut.
Yeah. And here, I'll let Tommy talk about the Epitaph.
New
from the
Epitaph. I haven't read it yet. I assume it's
Number
just
3,
as good
right?
as the
Number
others.
3.
Yeah, it's number 3.
Sorry, Shiny, I didn't take him out.
It is, anthology book. The stories are self-contained, so easy to read. Another Absolute Power.
Yeah, Superman is a Tana,
yeah.
try to find portals.
Yep. Speaking of Absolute Power,
This, I may actually read this
Amanda
one.
Waller really messed with John Kent.
Yeah.
Clark was real mad about it, and this looks like it's going to be John
Yeah, I think it's John dealing with
dealing
everything.
with all of the terrible stuff that Amanda Waller did to him, and then being amazing because John can't help it. He's just amazing.
That's good.
And then we got Chitara and some other books.
G.I. Joe, stuff
G.I.
like that.
Joe. Oh yeah, G.I. Joe.
But and there's a whole bunch of stuff.
If you like Zartan,
Turtles.
I haven't read the new G.I. Joe yet, but Zartan's in it. We got a Turtles what if book. It's almost like a what if,
Really?
right? The I can't remember what it's called,
Yeah.
but it doesn't see. It's not normal turtles. It seems like
turtles.
them kind of different.
So bunch of stuff coming out. Should be really cool. We'll have some variants on the wall tomorrow.
We will.
Done a few of those.
We got a bunch of cool variants this week.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, it's groovy, man. Super groovy.
All right, now you can talk about Prelude to Fall Festival.
Prelude to Fall
So
Festival.
that is September 27th.
September 27th. It's a Friday from 5 to 7. Our friend Jamie Cosley is bringing along Art Baltazar. and they will be doing an exclusive signing here Friday night from 5 to 7. They've got a new comic coming out that week. They're premiering on Saturday. But for those of you who don't know, Jamie Cosley, who is local, he's done a lot of cool stuff. Blue Scar the Barbarian. A lot of people will know him from The Light Side
Star Wars magazine
comic strip and Star Wars Insider magazine. Art Baltazar, you'll know from Tiny Titans and 400 million other kids' books that he has done over the years.
Yeah, he just did the first Cat in the Hat graphic novel.
Right. So
I think we have that somewhere here.
Art's a huge deal. Jamie and Art will be here Friday, September 27th from 5 to 7.
Tess will also be here.
Tess will be here.
I
Phil
will be here.
I will be here from like 5 to 5:30, but I bought tickets months ago for a concert that night that I have to go to because Canadian all-girl bands need me to support them.
That's true.
Who's that?
The Beaches.
Oh.
I'm going to see the Beaches at the National. I love them a lot, so I have to.
More than you love us?
Yes.
And then Saturday is Fall Festival, which will have a ton of local artists and craftspeople, and it will be a great time. There may or may not be a huge amount of gossip that day. We'll find out. We'll find out like Thursday whether or
At 3
not
p.m.
whether or not there'll be some gossip on Fall Festival.
Yeah, maybe. Like
don't
Tess said, we'll find out Thursday at 3 p.m.
I heard a rumor that it's called the Hot Goss.
Oh, God.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure.
what?
Not sure. Hot Goss. The
Like
Hot
Ryan
Goss.
Gosling.
Oh.
This may be because I'm rewatching One Tree Hill. That might have something to do with it. I'm not sure.
And then on Fall Festival, we're open from 11 to 6.
11 to 6,
day.
we will be closing an hour early.
Yeah, as per our normal
Yes.
big event days, we try to close an hour early
Yes.
because I'm tired.
And Hot Goss is exhausting. We're gonna be so tired from the Hot Goss. We'll need a nap.
I'm tired because I'm old. Tess is tired because she's made fun of me all day for being old.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm tired for other reasons.
She can only handle it so much.
Yeah, it's a lot for me.
So anyway, so speaking of concerts, so last Tuesday we wasn't here because we went to see Bowling for Soup. Now I will tell you, I like Bowling for Soup.
Me too.
I could not understand the fact that people were jumping on stage and then having to get security to get them off. Like,
They just really love soup, man.
I mean, it was the craziest thing, right? Like it was sold out, so it was 450 people in the Canal Club.
Yeah, it was a Canal Club. It's not like it's
Yeah, and so there's no barrier between the stage and the people, but like, if you ever watch tennis and you see the ball kids like on the net, like they kneel down waiting to get a ball, like the security was like that on each side, and then like people would jump on stage, and I'm like, why are you jumping on stage for that to get?
The ball kids just weren't prepared.
Yeah, like it was weird. I mean, like they would grab them and take them off, but it was like, why are you still?
Yeah.
Like, it's Bowling for Soup, people.
Yeah. There were 2 opening bands, the first of which I can't remember.
They were good though.
They were good. They were
Yeah,
great.
they were out of Philadelphia.
They
Or
were wearing
Pennsylvania. I shouldn't say Philadelphia.
They were
Pennsylvania.
wearing the pop punk costume.
They
It
were.
was a black t-shirt and black jeans and a hat. And the second opening band was Wheatus, which I knew the song Teenage Dirtbag.
Right.
And I love that song. And
That's
then
all I
I
knew.
realized as I sang other songs, oh no, they're prog rock. He sounds like Geddy Lee. I'm out. Not a fan.
Yeah, it was okay. Like I said, the interesting thing on the first band that came in there is at one song they just went switch, and they all switched instruments.
Yeah.
And then they started.
They were awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And like we just did a great job. I'm not a fan of that musical style.
Right.
So
And then actually Bowling for Soup went
Bowling
on
for
for
Soup?
18 songs, I
Yeah.
think. And they just sang.
they were
behind the
awesome
scenes.
and they were hilarious.
They were funny.
Like in between song, every 2 or 3 songs, he'd be like, "We played 2 songs in a row. Ha ha! We're awesome." It was
Aw.
hilarious. It was
pretty
really
funny.
funny.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah.
That was pretty. Funny. That was pretty good. I will admit that was pretty
Yeah,
good.
they were really funny.
So
I
But-
follow them on TikTok.
yeah,
They're very funny on TikTok as well.
yeah, they do a lot of stupid stuff. They did the whole like puppet thing.
And if you
Couple
don't,
years.
you should follow us on TikTok because we're also hilarious.
I'm hilarious on
We-
TikTok.
We as a group.
Tess is a national treasure on
I
TikTok.
am. I am.
He says that because she stole the Declaration of Independence.
She is. It's
I
true.
did. I did along with the dog. Along with the dog. I started with the dog.
The Declaration of Independence has been stolen.
So I was scrolling through stuff on Instagram the other day, and I sent her a reel,
Okay.
and it was literally a reel about like girl was interviewing, and the guy's like, "So where did you work?" She goes, "I worked at a dog parlor." He goes, "Well, what did you take from that?" And then a dog pokes his head up. She goes, "Definitely not a dog."
I just about cried laughing.
Definitely not a dog. Pushes it back down.
That's so
Ah,
good.
Tess. I'm gonna send that to Tess.
Legit.
Yeah. That's how that works.
Oh my God.
Yup. Aw.
Oh. You should come visit Tess this weekend.
You should.
Yep. I will be out of town.
I will be here some Saturday also.
What?
Probably around 11ish.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. It's Parents' Weekend at Virginia Tech. Phoebe's daughter Clara is a student at Virginia Tech, so we're gonna go. It's Saturday. We're supposed to go to a football game.
Yay you.
Sunday is the twins' birthday. We're gonna have a great weekend, except it's supposed to be a tsunami, so it may turn into a wet T-shirt contest. We'll see how it goes. We'll see.
We'll see.
Is it still supposed to be bad?
That's what Redacted told me earlier today. Is that it's
It's Virginia. No, come on.
Yeah, it's true. It's Virginia. Just wait a minute.
Like, there's a good chance that the sun may come out in the next 10 minutes, even though it's
Also-
nighttime.
Also, just as good a chance it'll snow.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
You're
sure,
right.
why not? What else are you going to do here? It's Virginia.
Yeah.
Especially Richmond when you live in a donut.
When I tell people that aren't used to here, I'm like, look, if you don't like the weather, just wait a minute. It'll change. Don't worry about it. It'll change. Just wait a minute.
Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's because you did Virginia Comic Con last Saturday.
I did. Virginia Comic Con was super fun. I had a great time. I say we. Phoebe came with me. She helped me out. This was the first con she ever worked. I don't know how much she enjoyed it, but I had a great time.
That's all that matters.
And then I went to Jacqueline and I went to SPX, which is Small Press Expo. So we will be
And they brought me back this preview of gay wrestlers. I'm so excited to read it.
Yep. And then Jacqueline and I will be posting a video probably next week on that haul. So I went to SPX with the intention of really not buying anything. That did not work out well at all. So Saturday, the couple who did Witchblood was there, and so I talked to them, and because we already had everything on their table,
And that book was great.
Yeah. And so I talked to them for a while. They were great, and then she had made the artist of Witchblood. She had made a tarot deck, and I'm
Okay.
like, there was really cool stuff. Kind of remember how the Witchblood had the tarot covers as the
Yeah,
variants?
yeah, I do.
Well, she did
Yeah.
a tarot deck of just other things, but it was that art style, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I told Jacqueline, I'm like, I think I'm going to go back Sunday and buy it. So we were walking around, and I went by there, and then we stopped and at the table and looked up and was like, what? And so they had a limited 250 edition run of Witchblood with this gorgeous cover
Sucker.
on it. And Jacqueline literally looked at me and she went, sucker. Like no other statement was made. We both saw the cover and her first
She
statement
knew.
was,
She knew what was
sucker.
happening. Yep.
So yeah, I got another copy of Witchblood.
So out of character for you.
Right? So yeah, so I bought that and then along with the tarot
Yeah.
deck. The tarot deck was really cool too
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of stupid stuff like that was that was there. I was like, come on, man. But yeah, it was really cool. So that was a lot of fun. You would have enjoyed it.
Yeah,
The people
SPX,
not so much.
I've never been to SPX. I assume that if I go, I will love it to the point where I won't want to leave ever.
Yeah, so I was, for some reason in my head, because time means nothing to me, like this was the 30th anniversary of SPX.
And you've been like at least
I've
25
been
times.
30 years.
You've been,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I started,
Really?
yeah. Yeah, I
Wow.
look back, yeah, like I've been pretty much every year of SPX. I had no
Wow.
idea. Because for some reason, I was just thinking it was longer than that.
That's awesome, man.
And I'm like, wait, what? It's only 30 years.
God.
And there were some bad years in there, too. There were some bad years. SPX
Yeah.
went through a lot.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. There was a couple of strange things, like they advertise, because most of it is indie stuff. But the thing is, with a lot of these indie creators, all ages and young adult, they write a lot of that because they get those stuff from
Yeah.
what they've written before. And then there was just a few that was like, hey, like here's Barda. And it's like, that's kind of weird to be advertised. I mean, because it's a
Yeah.
DC book, but at the same time, I'm like, well, people who like Barda from the New Gods really probably isn't going to like Barda of young adult world. So I'm like, it's fine. It makes sense to me.
It's a whole different.
Yeah. So that's what I was
genre.
telling
Yeah,
Jacqueline. I'm like, it is kind of weird, but at the same time, it's like, I get it because
At the Richmond Comic Con, I got to meet Amy Chu, who I tried to buy this from, and then she signed it to me, and then wouldn't let me buy it. She was like, "You carry my books, I would just give you this for free." And I was like, "Amy, how will you make money?" And she ignored me.
Amy's great.
Yeah, she's
I like
amazing.
talking to Amy a lot. She'll be at Baltimore Comic Con this weekend, this coming up weekend. But
And,
yeah, she's great.
I don't know that I bullied her into it, but if she shows up at Free Comic Book Day, don't be surprised.
Yeah, she's great. I like talking to her. We always talk to her at like Baltimore and at Heroes. and
She
does.
knew your name. When I mentioned to you, she was like, "Wait, that sounds familiar." I'm like, "Of course it does.
Of course it
They
does.
love you."
Yeah, I get around. That's like so Nate Powell was at SPX who did Run and what's the other book?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the
Oh my God, my brain
my
also
brain
just
is starting.
stopped.
You know, the Martin Luther King book.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Martin Luther King.
No, but
it
it's
was
right. But I mean, it's about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
my brain-
so am I. Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't think of it. There's like 3 volumes.
Oh my God.
But anyway, so Nate Powell was there, and then I started talking to him because he had a book that just came out that I didn't have, and so I'm like, I'll just go ahead and buy it from you. And then he was like, "Hey, I know you." I'm like, "Yeah." So we sat there for like a half hour.
That's awesome. God,
Just
that's
talk-
awesome.
You talk about somebody who loves history. It's Nate Powell.
Yeah.
like he is.
I love it when I come across somebody whose work I really enjoy, and they're like, "Wait,
Yeah,
wait, I remember you.
yeah.
We
He
talked
was-
about this 10 years ago."
Yeah, it
blah
was
blah
great.
blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good. So we talked for a while,
Yeah.
and so that was pretty good.
That's awesome.
So there was a lot of good stuff there like that. That always happens at SPX when you go long enough. when you go long enough.
Maybe next year I'll get to go to SPX. We'll see.
But that was fun talking to him, and then like Silver Sprocket has a big table there, and they're
God, I
always
love Silver
entertaining.
Sprocket. Oh, they're so good.
I got bought a bag Magical Girl. They had a Magical Girl bag.
We have
So,
a
I did
zine
that.
coming out from them tomorrow. That is controversial. But anyway, it'll be in the A's tomorrow. If you want to come by and ask about Silver Sprocket, we'll have their new zine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I ended up finally buying the Fun Girl hardcover.
Oh, did
They
you?
have a there, and she was like, I think it was like page 34 is the page that got us banned from Free Comic Book Day. And then we're like, yeah, we know, but it's
we
because
know.
of stupid retailers, not
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
that you did.
like
Like-
we read it ahead of time and was like, okay, this isn't for kids.
Yes.
We only gave it out to adults.
Yeah.
But other shops were like, la la la, Fun Girl sounds like a kid's book.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Yeah. March. Nate Powell did March.
It's not a kid's book at all.
There.
No.
I remembered. March. It was March.
It was March.
Yeah. Nate Powell did the March.
March.
So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh, Fun Girl.
Anyway, it's been 46 minutes. You couldn't hear the first 7, so did
didn't
it
really
did it
count,
really
did it?
happen? Yeah.
So it's really like 37 minutes in a row. That's funny to people that know the movie Clerks.
All right.
Which is nobody.
Anyway.
Which is just you.
I've seen Clerks. It's fine.
See?
Oh my God, I'm so disappointed in you.
I'm sorry.
All
And
right.
that's what did it. This
Okay.
is what's getting me fired.
Yeah,
No.
once we finally buy a cannon, yes.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, the next person I fire is going to be from a cannon.
Please. I would do it.
Like, I've had too many upsetting, I need to let you go conversations. I want to shoot someone out of a cannon.
Oh, Jim Rugg was there too. So I talked to Jim Rugg for
Oh, yeah?
yeah, because actually, so I was talking to him because he's from Pittsburgh, so he stopped at SBX. He had a booth, a table at SBX, but he
Yeah.
was coming on into Richmond, so he's actually in Richmond hanging out with Pitzer.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, man. I talked to Pitzer a bunch Saturday
Yeah.
at the show.
So-
I was like, you're not an SBX? He's like, this is the first one in like 25 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro.
Yeah, it was really weird not seeing
Yeah.
Pitzer at
He was
at
set up
SBX.
with like his personal books. I'm like,
yeah.
I literally walked over to him and I was like, why are you here? And he was just like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, but SPX. And he's like, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, Jacqueline
Yeah.
thought it was weird. She was like, Pitzer's not here. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. It's weird. It's weird
Yeah.
not seeing, but yeah, I talked
He's
to Jim
grown that
Rugg.
mustache and like was selling his own books. And I was like, bro, what?
Yeah, but I did talk to
was
Jim
so
Rugg for a
confusing.
while, and he was good. He was interesting because some of the stuff that he's doing, but he was heading on into town too. So.
Oh, man.
Anyway, Tess is giving me the eye that she's getting ready to throw something at me again, which is usually normal, but
We're delicate and don't want to be beat up again.
It's true.
Again.
not my hip. Anyway,
Was that a shot at my hip? Because it is fake.
so yes, we will be back next Tuesday to talk.
About a lot
We
of
will
things.
talk
About a
about
lot of things.
whatever you want to talk about
to
next
talk
Tuesday.
about.
Whatever comes to your mind.
Yeah, whatever you want to talk about.
Whatever.
And if you haven't seen it yet, go back and watch our first Cancel My Box that came out. Cancel Your Box. Cancel the box. Cancel Your Box that came out on Friday, and then we will have a After Dark this Friday. That's kind of part 2, so it's already been recorded.
I will say last night I went back and watched our Cancel My Box, and I found us delightful.
Actually, I really enjoyed it.
I did too. I was like, oh, those are great points.
Yeah,
Ah,
I
and
thought
I was
it
like, oh wait, that's me making those
Yeah.
points. I should shut up.
Yeah. So the sheer stupidity of this
Yeah.
like carried over there. So we didn't have the like some of the stuff that we've been doing when we do a first episode. It's kind of like man, but
We
that
do a lot
one,
of episode zeros when we try stuff,
Yeah.
but this one we're like, we're just gonna jump in.
jump in.
But like we were very passionate about the thing that we were talking about. So, and then the same day we were like, okay, let's film the After Dark version because there's a bunch of this thing that we want to talk about, but mature.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, the first episode of Cancel My Box, I thought was
A delight.
And then, like, I'm really excited for this Friday because the stuff that we talked about in that, I was even more excited about than what we talked about in the first episode of Camp Holox. Anyway,
I mean, Tess gave us 2 thumbs up and says, "I can't believe you made me watch this crap." So
I didn't watch it.
exactly.
she was like, I
haven't
give you
watched
2
it yet.
thumbs up, but I dug them up from a graveyard.
That's right.
I don't know what she did that for.
Tess
I'll
like,
watch it eventually.
Tess like, I'm not dealing with it. If I'm not a part of it, what I want to watch?
We're like, oh, Tess last week's episode, and she was like,
What?
was there an episode? I wouldn't know.
Tess only likes the episodes that she's in.
I will say, last week or week before, I played some episodes in the store, and Tess was like, all I can hear is me laughing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
You know, once again, not everyone has a laugh track. We do.
But not like the fake one.
No, we have a real one.
Yeah, we're not like Friends where we're like, we're going to pretend to be funny, and also no black people exist in New York.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, you went.
Sorry, that was the
went
plot of
there.
Friends.
Yeah,
That
I
was-
know, but you went way.
But
Yeah, that was wow. That was a lot.
And on that note,
And on that note, yes,
Oh, we're done.
gonna be going.
I guess we're done. Okay.
Bye, everybody. We will talk to you next week if I can get this thing to end. Do I just hit the X test?
I don't even know what is happening.
X.
Boop.
Are you
And-
sure?